Hi everybody, it's Fiona here from Fiona's Music Vault, and I'm in Monaghan in the Market House Theatre, beautiful little intimate venue with my good friend Paul Sherry.
Thanks for having me, Fiona.
Paul, great
Thanks
to
so
see
much.
you again.
Thanks so much, Fiona. It's great to be here again. I think the last time was Hoth, if I'm correct. I did the Hoth Festival, and we did an interview after that. So
yeah,
that was the last one.
That was the last interview we did was back in 2024, Paul. That was Hoth
Wow.
24.
Wow, there you go.
And I saw you here this time last year. I can't believe it's been a whole year since you played this unplugged, stripped back gig with Grania here in Monaghan.
That's right. We're in Marketplace tonight. We're with Ronnie O'Flynn and Gav with the Acoustic Angels. So it's a really chilled out, mellow, meditative vibe. So yeah, it's a really cool gig. It's really, really cool.
I'm really looking forward to
Yeah.
it. And talking about a meditative vibe, I was listening to your new album.
Thank you.
Album, Peace and Mind.
Perfect. Thanks so much.
And you have a beautiful, beautiful instrumental on there.
Yes.
Meditation.
That's right, meditation. Well, do you know the whole sort of journey is about meditation, is around meditation. Fiona, as you know, from Let It Flow to Peace and Mind, those two albums are sort of influenced by meditation, Taoism, Buddhism, heavily influenced by Alan Watts, the philosopher. And yeah, I really tied that in, and it's sort of like I said before, it's like two books really that are connected. You know, Let It Flow, Peace and Mind. So they are the two albums, but they're one book, if that makes sense.
It makes sense to me, especially as I know you as a person. I've known you as a long time as a good friend, and
absolutely.
You can see, as you say, the flow.
Yeah.
Flow into Peace in Mind.
Yeah.
And the progression of the music and the story. And I love how you tie it in. And suddenly the newer album, Peace in Mind, is rockier, it's racier, it's edgier, it's raspier. Your voice has developed so much between the two albums.
Yeah.
And I don't know quite what genre, how would you describe where you fit in the music scene with your music today?
Do you know what the genre, I suppose, is? It's funny that, like I said, the two albums, I mean, Let It Flow is a more mellow, that's sort of like meditative healing, calming energy, whereas Peace of Mind, the album of itself, is more, as you transition, it's more the struggle to stay there. So I wanted that feeling in the album, you know, whereas we can all be in peace of mind, but there is still that, even if you're at peace or in peace, there's still that struggle of life itself, of that flow. So that's sort of what that album, that piece, that's the feeling I wanted for that album, if that makes sense. So you're perfect. And I suppose if you want to call it a genre, I guess alternative rock, or I was heavily influenced by grunge, so like Alice in Chains and I don't know, Nirvana and all those bands, all the 90s bands. I'm old school, so the 90s bands were hugely influential to me, and yeah, it's sort of all there, kind of, you know. And my newer stuff that I'm working on at the moment is, I think, going down that road even more. I feel maybe that, you know, still tied into sort of Taoism, meditation, but still with that more grungy feel. Does that make sense? So
yeah,
that's coming out more and more, shining through more and more. I think.
I thought it was absolutely amazing how you could bring this kind of peace in mind, mindfulness, if you like, into the album, but in the form of a rockier version and a you know, proper rock star status.
Oh, well, I don't know about rock star. Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying. I like to have a rock album and, you know, talking about meditation or mindset or those subjects is nearly two separate things, you know, of itself. But that's what it is, I suppose. You know, my thing is it's all about energy, really. Whereas on stage, I mean, let's say Pantera, you go to a gig, Pantera, it doesn't mean it's any violent or it's this, like the lyrics. You're just releasing that energy. It's just an energy. Do you know what I mean? So one thing can be two different things, and I suppose everything is of itself kind of, you know, energy. That's why you know, you go to gigs, we play music, and I find it really funny. People go, oh, you know, they see a young lad or lassie playing guitar, and they say it's a great distraction. And I actually think it's actually it's more present than everything else that's going on around us. You know, you're more present when you're at a gig. People coming after the gig going, wow, and I mean that is more present than, you know, I guess all the other what I feel are distractions around us in this day and age. Certainly like phones or. But the noise, you know. I know that's a part of life. That is a part of life.
Exactly, you know, you've said it there in a nutshell, Paul. That's exactly what I got from that album was, you know, you can have peace in mind with all the craziness of the world going on around you. And that's what you delivered in the lyrics, but you brought in the music, the rock music to that.
Yeah.
And you could hear the influence of the 90s bands that you mentioned, but yet, whilst they kind of influenced it, it was still Paul Sherry. What a better Paul Sherry.
That's a huge compliment. And you know, I no doubt I worked really extremely hard on the album. I was very lucky to work with Rocky O'Reilly, was a producer, incredible producer from Northern Ireland, Start Together Studios, and Davey Cassidy on drums, Paul McCabe on bass. I was really lucky to work with those guys because they went in and did it in we did the whole album I think in 2 days, which is really fast. So I really wanted that lightning in a bottle sort of energy in the playing, and I was really lucky with Rocky steering the ship. I feel it was the album I sort of always wanted to make. Does that make sense? Yeah. And it sort of points the ship in the direction that I'm going from here on in. Like I'm working on a new song right now, and you know, and I feel it's the I don't know. It's still tied to where I am, but it's going in a new direction. Does that make sense? I still have to find the path where this next album is sitting, or this next singles songs are sitting on. I sort of still have to find that path where it's sitting on, but it would be this, you know, tied to those influences.
Life is a journey, and so is your musical.
Well, no doubt about it.
You know?
No doubt about it. No, whether it be every day, be positive, negative. It doesn't matter as long as you push to stay on that path and continue creating, doing this. I mean, that's so important. It's so important to find your path and stay on it. You know, it's an important thing to do for sure. It takes a while sometimes. It takes a while.
Yeah, but you're always full of positive energy, vibes.
I try. I try my best. Yeah, for sure.
I feel so replenished after I meet you. I just get a hug and everything's okay.
Yeah.
You've got that about you. And you know, you're definitely lightning in a bottle. There's no doubt about it. I've seen you on stage many times.
Yeah.
I've seen you on big stages, small stages. No stages on the floor. It doesn't matter. You give it your all, no matter what.
Thank you. Yeah. No, thanks. In fairness, I really try my best every gig to make it different. I mean, whether it be solo, duo, trio, I really try my best to at least bring something. If there's people there, you have to take care of me and everyone else on a journey. You know, something. Just do something. Find that energy. Try and find that. Try and pull it out of somewhere. You know, and not every day you're feeling it. Do you know what I mean? Not every. It's the same as everything else. Each day is, but at least it's like a gig. You're trying your best to make something positive out of that. Keep sort of pulling, and that's even from a solo gig to a full band gig. I try my best, you know, to do that. I guess.
And I'm sure it's the same, Paul, for a musician as it is for a music lover at a gig. You know, there are days where it's just simply not feeling it. And sure, once you get on that stage,
for sure.
You know, the first chord struck.
Yeah.
You know, it changes your.
It does.
As a music lover, it has to.
It does, yeah, no doubt. I mean, look at the adrenaline takes you there and everything. And look at sometimes the best thing is, you know, a bad gig. That can be great because it really pulls you in another direction. It really, and then you might think, you know, that was. I didn't feel that. I just something. I didn't really get it. But then you look at it. You talk to the you talk to you, Fiona. No, I loved it. So there's such is life. There's different perspectives.
And
there's multiple perspectives on everything.
And you don't do bad gigs, Paul.
No, well, I don't know. You're far too kind. You're far too kind. Yeah, you're far too kind. But that is that's extremely positive. But no, you really try and get that. I mean, speaking of gigs, I'm really looking forward to the next Saturday. It's the Freebird Records gig. It's a solo gig in Dublin, so that's my next.
Is it?
I think it's Wicklow Street. Yeah, it's Wicklow Street, and I'm solo, and I'm really trying to have something new. I'm going to play that with electric guitar, a little amp, and with a sort of an SG guitar. Borrowed from Grania. It's not my guitar. Borrowed from Grania, and I'm really trying that. I'm going to try that to bring that energy there, and play the new album, of course, So I'm looking forward to that.
And I'm looking forward to hearing the new album and some songs off it at some of the upcoming festival gigs around Ireland. I believe you're doing Letterkenny Roots and Blues Festival in my home county of Donegal.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
I believe you're doing a duo with Grania and Green on theatre at
duo Grania as well.
lunchtime on the Saturday the 4th of July.
That's it.
That has not yet been officially announced. But I have it from a very good source. That it's on. And then you're also playing McGinley's that evening, I believe.
That's right.
Solo.
2 gigs, so looking forward to that.
And then you've Ballyshannon, Rory Gallagher International Festival coming up.
That would be really cool.
Time.
Yeah, that's with the trio. So with the lads. So I just can't wait to rock with the trio again. It's always electric. That festival. It's just special. There's just something about it. That Donegal air, that energy. It's really, really. It's always special, and I can't wait.
Yeah,
for sure.
And you've Hoth Roots and Blues in August.
Hoth, playing that the Hoth one, and there's one of Irish dates, and then in September there is a UK tour. There's a week in UK in September, and then maybe Europe coming up soon as well. So really getting Peace of Mind album out there, and I can't wait. I can't wait to get out there doing solo and duo and all that.
And you've reached. Done quite well in the charts with the album.
Cool. No, which is really, really good. It got 2 number ones with Soul Searching and Rise. It's an independent chart. It's the Future Hits independent chart. So it's really cool. There's no big labels involved. There's nothing. It's all independent. It's all voting. So it's really cool. It really levels the playing field for artists like me who are, rootsy, homegrown and independent, and it was really cool to get that. Things like that. I know I'm not a charts and all that, but it's always good to get. It's a good thing. It gives you a bump.
Yeah, but you have played huge stages with some huge artists, maybe not in your own independent right, but as part of the Grania band all over the world. So touring is nothing.
Absolutely. To turn on the road, you know what I mean. I've been doing this for a while now, since with mum and dad since I was a kid, from show bands up to here. You know what I mean. So it definitely is an amazing adventure, and there's loads more to come.
It's funny. A lot of music people that I speak to don't know who you are. They don't know your lineage. Like you're the great Jimmy Smith, your uncle and godfather. Your mum, Gloria from One Day at a Time fame.
Yeah, for sure. It's
your beautiful wife.
My wife. Yeah, I'm blessed.
Duffy.
Yeah, I'm blessed with a huge family around me. We're like a musical mafia.
Yeah, as I call you, Mr. Grania Duffy.
It's cool.
It's great to see you out on your own as Paul.
I've been doing it both for a long time now. Both, and it's been really good. And now with two little kids, my Bobby, Joe, Millie, May. You can sort of see music happening, that energy. Bobby's on the piano, and I was like, here we go again.
I actually have a flashback pull to a festival a few years ago. It was Stendhal Festival.
Yeah. You were there.
I was babysitting.
Yeah, you were babysitting. Oh my God.
The trumpet.
Yeah. I know those kids. They were abroad. They were in Europe. Millie May was all around most Europe in a van. You know what I mean?
Without shoes.
Without shoes. Yeah, without shoes. And 2 parents without common sense as well. So she was out there. I think she's 5 and she's done Europe already. So
it's great though. It must be really lovely to see your kids, encourage them musically,
Yeah,
Paul.
do you know what it is? And you don't push anything, you know. It'll come. That energy will come in time, and that energy comes to them. It's like me. My mum and dad never really pushed me. It just naturally happened, you know, playing, singing, and all that. But you can, yeah, you can just see the wee girls who's just so like, Mom, it's mad. It's really mad how sort of history repeats itself sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
So it's really cool. It's really, really cool, you
So
know.
watch out for Millie Mae with the #1 hits in the future.
Watch out for both of them, let me tell you. You'll definitely hear them before you see them. You know what I mean? No doubt. No doubt.
As a good friend, I'll second you on that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. That's probably the name of the first album. You'll hear us before you see us. You know what I mean? So there you go. Yeah. So yeah, it's all gigs are coming up, and the album's doing really well. I'm really buzzing that it's got really cool reviews and stuff like that. I'm blown away at some of the reviews of Peace of Mind. I really am. I'm really psyched with them, and and the gigs have been going amazing. You know, I couldn't be any happier. So and with your support, Fiona, and all that, it's really cool. You know.
Thank you, Paul.
So
Thank
keep it
you
up.
very much for joining me, and looking
Thanks so
forward
much.
to the gig tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
Folks, go to Paul Sherry on Instagram, Facebook, his webpage. Check him out. Catch him at a gig. 9th of May, is it? In
9th of
Fleetwood
May
Records
in Fleetwood Records, Dublin, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And watch his page for lots of fun gigs and coming up around the country, the UK and Europe.
Thanks so much, Fiona.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Paul Sherry. Fiona's musical, not a